rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
You, party people in the place to be. What's good? Rocking. I'm here joined by Coach Malpica is in the building. JG was good. Edwin is in the building. Andios was good. Salute, salute, salute. King Ember is in the building. Salute, my guys. Salute, salute. Coach, you ready to rock and roll?
Yo, what's up?
You ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm ready.
So what do you think about this Utah Jazz matchup Saturday?
I hope Utah and their fans are ready to see 150. $150 gonna get dropped on that ass.
The way they looked against the Spurs. Yeah. The way they looked against the Spurs, bro, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance, bro. Yeah. So how you feeling about how these Knicks look, bro?
I'm very happy. Very, very happy.
I meant to tell the
what? You're on mute, brother. You're still muted.
The player haters told me to tell you hi. The player haters said, "Hey man, we watching, Coach. Tell them we said hi." I know. I know. Hi haters. Chat was good, man. Hey, Dunk in the building. What's good, man?
Don't hate. Congratulate.
Yup. Yeah, man.
Look, this game, I'm going to quote an old coach, football coach. I mean, you probably remember who he was coaching when he said this.
Was his name Malpica?
No,
not
his
that
last name was Herman. Oh, his first name was Herman. His last name was Edwards. You play to win the game.
Hello.
Does it matter if it's 2-pointers, if it's 3-pointers, if we give up 75 points, if we give up 175 points? Does it friggin' matter, really? Because it all comes down to if we score more than the other team. So if our defense just quite isn't as good as it used to be in the 90s, but our offense is one of the top 10 offenses of all time,
right?
Which it is.
Right.
Look it up when you get a chance. It's a real stat.
Right.
So that's what I speak in. I speak in real stats. So, and I did a lot of research last night. I got really nerdy with it.
Right.
Like one of the first things, when was the last time a New York Knicks team was second in the league with a 122.1 offensive rating?
That's amazing, coach. That's amazing, bro.
We're only 0.9 behind the 16-1 Cavaliers. So that's one thing I wanted to kind of mention.
Right.
The other thing for those that complain,
I'm gonna get some ice.
our defense isn't as good. I want to win games 110 to 95. I want to win games 110 to 95. Bro, do you realize we're number 6 in the league in net rating? So our offensive rating is 122.1. Our defensive rating is 115.6.
That's
Could
crazy.
that be better? Of course. But you want to know the 5 teams that are ahead of the Knicks right now in that rating?
Yes, sir.
Cleveland, OKC, Golden State, Boston, and Houston.
Wait a minute. We're in the offensive category with the Boston Celtics.
Oh, we're actually beating Boston in offensive rating.
Hey, look, I got a question for you, bro. Do you have big wrists? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if I have a.
So I want to send you a couple of these, bro. Can you see these?
You know what I might have to do is cut them and either put an extender on them or super glue them together.
Super glue them together, some Gorilla Glue. some hot tui.
Yeah. Send them to me, bro. I'd love to. Hell yeah.
I have one on now, bro. I'll show it to you.
Sweet.
So I have this long sleeve shirt, this sweater on, but this is what I have one on now. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, I like it. I definitely rock it.
Yeah, there it is, everybody. Yeah, this is what it looked like. So I have the orange ones, and then I have the orange and white sherbet ones.
Yeah, I like both of those.
Yeah, man. There's only so much you can kind of do when I'm in terms of theme. So, yeah, man.
We should get a WWTD one. What would Tibbs do?
What would Tibbs do? 4-man rotation.
What would Jesus? On the other side, we rolling with 7 tonight.
70, bro. Yo, 70.
So like I was saying, it's about just scoring more than the other team. That's the name of the game. Okay. And here's I know we're usually worried about. Would you say the Knicks are a team that pass the ball around?
Yes.
More now?
Yes.
So there is a stat where actually Golden State and Cleveland are ahead of us. They're 20.3 per game for assist ratio is called. So that's possessions that end in an assist.
Right.
So Cleveland and Golden State are number 1 with 20.3, and the Knicks are right behind them at 20.2.
That's impressive, bro.
Yeah. Also, for those that are complaining about the Knicks. You know, I know we're usually upset that it seems like, oh, we're sloppy with the ball, and Josh is always getting turnovers, and Brunson's been a little sloppy here and there. You know, and the thing is, we're so engrossed in the game, and we tend to, when we see one or two things in the game, like a lot of fans over exaggerate like the thing that they found to be a problem, which it isn't like an ongoing problem. It's just something they happen to see right there, like right then and there, and they think it's a problem all the time.
Right.
Kind of like when the supervisor, the manager, the owner of the company walks around and he sees that, oh, how come we don't have enough staples?
Yeah.
And it becomes like the biggest deal in the whole damn company for like the rest of the week.
Right.
Making sure there's enough staples and all the.
I told Coach in February to buy more staples.
So it's like, as fans, sometimes people, they notice OG got beat back door. So it's this big epidemic, big problem all the time.
Yeah.
You know, just because of something they noticed. It's just
once in a while, man.
Yeah. And so the turnover thing is one of those things. You know, even it just seems like sometimes the Knicks turnovers always happen. I mean, it's never a good time for a turnover.
Never.
But it always seems like, man, it's right in the middle of we're finally about to put the nail in the coffin, and we let them creep around. It's like always bad timing ones, it seems like.
Right.
But with that being said, the New York Knicks lead the league in assist to turnover ratio.
Right.
That's just, I was surprised at that stat.
That's crazy, right? Considering, Coach, here's the reason why that's amazing, right? Let's just talk about, let me engage you on that point that you just brought up.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks have a rookie point guard on the bench, right? The heir apparent point guard has been out due to injury. The veteran replacement point guard you brought in has been out due to injury. And a rookie, right? And so you're telling us that not only do the Knicks share the basketball, but they also rarely turn it over. With Cameron Payne missing, how many games did Cameron Payne miss? Four games. And Deuce missing what? 4 games, maybe 5, 4 games. So you have Deuce playing while Payne is out. Payne playing while Deuce is out. Kolek getting in where he fits in. Meanwhile, the point guard ship is smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Just a little something to let you know how good we've been. And also, so you said assist to turnover, and I spoke to the turnovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
The assist part, the Knicks have 7 30 assist games so far, right? And they played what, 15 games?
I think it's 8 now.
8 30 assist
after last night, yeah.
Yeah, 8 30 assist games. What did we, yeah.
We had 10 all of last year.
10 all of last year, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, you know, a lot of people are like, well, how come you're not talking about our rebounding? You know, like, yeah, our rebound, we're missing 2 of our best rebounders.
And you have one guy. I'm going to say this, Coach. And some fans of an injured player are going to have a turd in their undergarments when I say this, but we have one guy, a starter, that's in the top 5 in rebounding.
Yep.
Kenny Payne is in the building. Salute. Coach, look at this. Look at Jay Giant. Look at Jay Giant. Jay Giant, that's a text message I got today.
I know.
Jay Giant legit The reason why I brought it up is because, you know, I rock with a lot of people, man. A lot of people got the number hitting me up and stuff. Like my phone, my iPhone, the light never goes off of my iPhone, bro. The screen never goes dark, bro. Because cats hit me up with, Uncle Freezy, you know what? This offense thing is a fluke. When we get healthy, we're going to get back to real basketball. When we beating teams 110 to 95. And with this team, man, we shouldn't be letting teams score 100 points on us. And I'm thinking to myself, like, hey, we started slow. A few new pieces had to get used to playing together. They're starting to learn how to play together. And we're blowing teams out.
Yeah.
And Utah lost to San Antonio tonight, bro. I think Utah loses by 27 to us.
Here's the thing. If Tibbs' defense was just basic, everyone gets a man, stay on your man, then yeah, I'd be a little more upset because it's an effort thing at that point. But what Tibbs does on defense is like chess. Like, it's like formulas and calculus on defense. It's like, you got to switch to that guy. You got to close out on that guy. You got the backside.
Right.
You got to switch here. If a guy drives down the lane, you got to go there. You got to go. That stuff takes time.
Yeah.
Figure out with each other with chemistry and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Love takes time to heal.
Yeah.
Anybody?
So much. And you know that I was blind. So, Coach Freezy, we suck at rebounding without Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, God.
Precious. Okay, well, there's a stat called rebound percentage. You know what that is? That is every rebound that comes off a rim. The Knicks are 7th in the league in rebound percentage.
Oh, boy. Coach, I'm going to put
52%.
Coach, I'm going to put a rock in your shoe. Hold on. I'm going to put a rock in Coach's shoe. Coach, you got Crocs on right now? You got a Croc on right now?
I normally do wear Crocs, but I got them barefoot right now.
Me too. Oh, I thought that was Cowboy Bob.
Oh, that was my jam, bro.
Oh, that's my jam.
What's up, fellas?
Ain't that, man? I can. That song reminds me of like a song you would listen to walking home from uptown. You know what I'm saying? From seeing somebody just bopping down the street with like your brand new $800 kit jacket on. You know,
I ain't got kick money. Well, I got some kick money, but I ain't got 800 jacket kick money.
No, I ain't that cold. I ain't that cold, bro. Yeah, I consider myself fly guy, but not that fly. Right?
We all have limitations.
Yeah, man.
That's Haitian Jack wardrobe right there, bro. I'm not him. You know?
So one of the things I'm getting at is like a lot of people hold things that aren't as important. Like, yeah, rebounds are nice to get, but in today's NBA, it doesn't translate to wins anymore because the top rebound percentage teams in the league only, like the ones ahead of the Knicks are 7th. Charlotte, Detroit, Toronto, the Clippers, Memphis, and Houston are all above us.
A
teams
lot of
that
bad
team
offenses.
a lot of bad Dre read my mind. A lot of bad offenses rebound well. Hey, did we have a bad offense last year? Did we rebound well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So if you're making shots, there tends to not be as many rebounds.
You're not as rebound reliant in your
Here's
performance.
another thing. When we complain about our offensive rebounds, okay, we're still 13th in the league in offensive rebound percentage. We're still the top half of the league.
And OG is our power forward.
Right.
And OG is the power forward on one side, and Jalen Brunson or Josh Hart is the power forward wing on the other side.
Right.
Right.
And
Like these dudes don't try. Like one of the things that Coach, I just want to say this one thing just real quick. I want to ask you a question. Right. I'm gonna say hello to Justo11. Justo11, our brother. What's good, bro? Justo, y'all better pay attention to what Justo say. Do what Justo says. Justo says, like, comment, subscribe, roll to 4K. JB and Cat on pace to average 25 as a guard center combo since Kobe and Shaq. Ooh, that's high company, high praise. But want to say this right. Want to say this thing to Coach. Ask Coach a question. And this is before we get too far down the road and I forget the essence of my question. You know how you write something down and then like when you say it, you're like, hey, I don't have the same appeal. So with those things that you mentioned, what ingredients do you feel like the Knicks need to be good at in order to attain and maintain a championship level of play?
I mean,
not the cliche stuff, man. You gotta it's the make or miss league, not that type of stuff. I'm talking about like.
I mean, the thing is, this is why earlier in the season when we lost I think a couple of the games we lost was on Tibbs with the subbing situation or lack thereof. And we had some tired legs in the fourth quarter and all that kind of stuff. I would say 2 or 3 of those losses were due to that. Since the second game of the year, besides Brunson being more willing passer early in the game now, these last 5-6 games, besides that, the offense has actually been creating all of these shots all year for our offense. I think we already have the formula. We're already playing at a level offensively, a championship level. It's just only going to keep getting better as we learn each other and guys start coming back healthy and Tibbs solidifies the rotation with all the people that are supposed to be here. So like the league, this is the worst nightmare for the league right now because this was the only time you were going to keep the Knicks down during this period. Like you were hoping you were going to start off 4-12 or something crap because you done messed up and let us start creeping early.
Okay.
Because I think things are going to get it's just going to keep getting better. I know it's crazy to say. See, and look, I understand we played Brooklyn twice and the Suns were missing people and it was the Wizards and blah, blah, blah. Besides that one Nets game where we let them creep back on us, we had a win at the end, we've taken care of business the way we're supposed to. You know, even in that game, we had to control most of the game.
Right.
But I think none of our problems are because of talent
Okay.
or effort. It all comes down to communication and chemistry.
Okay.
That's the only two things that we can improve at this point, and it's only going to get better.
Let me ask you about analytics. Let me have like the analytics conversation with you. Right. And this is, I guess this is right up IKBM Dre and and coaches in a wheelhouse. Not my wheelhouse, but I enjoy the conversation anyway. What distinct characteristics are being displayed by the Knicks that are sustainable for the Knicks that other championship level teams share as characteristics? Is it just moving the basketball?
I think from top to bottom, the front office, like I'm assuming Leon Rose in the front office, this is part of the process of when they do bring someone in. There's something about the personalities and the makeup of all the guys we have on this team right now. Like, God, I hate just every guy on the team is so likable. It's weird.
Right.
Except, you know, Sims is a little dry. But, you know, we're just happy when he does something good. You know?
I saw him smile the other day, bro.
Yeah, he's been smiling. Butterbone's been smiling.
It kind of caught me off guard, bro. Dre, I didn't know what to say, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and look, I was the first to say, get Sims trash behind off the court.
Right.
But he's been very serviceable the last 2 or 3 games. Now, has he had a little less level 5 play in those games? Who's against? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Right.
But a lot of the things he was doing didn't really have much to do with who he was playing against. He was just, because a lot of things that Jericho messes up or whatever are kind of his positioning sometimes, and he bobbles all these 50-50 balls and rebounds and passes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like he still kind of does it sometimes.
Right.
But he's definitely not hurting us when he's in now. I mean,
right.
The offense still is a little more stagnant when he's in there. Just when there's another guy there, a la Cat, or the offense should never have a restriction where they're looking someone off or they just go to plan B or C because plan A is not an option. You know, like there were a couple of times where Jericho Sims should have just went back up and dunked it.
Jammed it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or they could have just dumped it down to him if he just drifted towards the rim, which he did later in the game yesterday. But besides all that, what I was getting at is it just seems like the makeup of all these guys, they just seem to get along. Like none of them are strong. Like there's some strong personalities, but none of them are strong to where it's toxic on the team.
Was that down? Yo, McCall P crazy. They down for the big Sims. Yeah. Look
Yeah.
at P. Wow.
They put a mod.
Yeah.
Sim.
Yeah.
They sim the Sims.
They Sims. Yeah. Bro,
So the Simps, which I
The
call
Sims.
the Sim Hive. You don't have to give up quite yet.
The Sims.
Right. Right.
That was fun.
Yeah, man.
So no, but I just think that this is the kind of team. And look, I know when guys are interviewed, they all have media talk and they try to sound all
Playing.
professional and me. Yeah.
And Josh Hart to throw you a bone at the Josh Hart will throw you a bone at the very end.
Yeah.
Josh Hart to be like, yeah, man, I was responsible for that. And that was my fault. I should have done better on that. We'll do better next time, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we traded 5 12th graders for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Did you see that the other day? Yeah, we gave away 5 8th graders for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they talk to Bridges and campaign about, because we just played the Suns and they talked about their time there, and I know a lot of it is, of course, when you're on your current team, you're gonna kumbaya and be like, oh, everything's so great. Yeah. They both adamantly say that this team, because not too long ago, and this was before they had Durant, the Suns had the best record in the league.
Right.
And they made it to the finals. And 2 guys on our team were on that team.
Yeah.
And they were actually a big part of that team.
Key contributors.
Yeah. And
and both of them have ugly shots.
Yeah. And they both know that they feel that this team, so basically this team reminds them of that team when it comes to the personalities and chemistry, because that's what really pushed the Suns. The Suns technically weren't the most talented team in the league that year.
Right.
But
they played on a string with one another, though.
Yeah. So what's crazy about when you have a team that's got that vibe like we have, and we have the talent that we have?
Right.
That's why I said this team's a 60-win team.
Ooh.
And I'm still sticking to it.
I'm gonna chime in. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but over the last few games, even when teams go on runs, Tibbs has been a little bit more trusting. He's not calling timeouts immediately as he would if the team went on a 7-0 run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
Yeah.
Tibbs is let go because he's developing a measure of trust in his units or the team, the players that he puts out on the court. And if a team goes on an 8-0 run, he's not immediately calling timeout. He's more so focused on the process, not really the result. So if teams go on runs, he has the faith that we'll eventually figure it out.
Right.
He usually only calls timeouts now when something egregious happened and it just bothers him. That's at least how I've been viewing it the last maybe 5-6 games over this stretch that we won 5 out of 6.
Okay.
You see, a good analogy to that is, how there's some football teams, especially the ones that are stuck in the dark ages,
the Jets,
feel like we got to run the ball.
Yeah.
We got to do ball control.
Yeah,
look,
man.
Look at the gray on my beard, bro. I'm 49 years old.
You look like Kevin Stefanski.
Bro, I'm an old school dude when it comes to like the work ethic and the vibe and being tough and blase. but I've been a coach and player for all my life. And if you don't, it's just like nature. If you don't adapt, you die.
Right.
Okay. Part of the adaptation of basketball is everyone has to be able to shoot, or you're going to be left behind.
Right.
Okay. And unfortunately, and the same thing that happens with a team in football, like there's certain teams, especially with teams that got a pretty good defense or whatever, and their offense is kind of poo. If you get behind in a game,
it's over.
That's it. Because your offense ain't good enough to score.
Right. Right. Now you got Jamel Holloway in the shotgun trying to throw the football. You remember Jamel Holloway from Oklahoma?
Oh my gosh.
You don't remember him, Coach? You're a baby, bro. I keep forgetting you young.
I try not to remember him.
I keep forgetting y'all, man.
So you're not. I take it you're not a big Todd Bowles fan, Coach.
You know what?
Yeah, we're gonna hire him next. That's gonna be the Bears' next coach.
I love Todd Bowles because he's aggressive on defense too. Like he plays,
but he's the opposite on offense.
Like, but the thing is, he lets the offense coordinator do his thing though.
But if it comes down to a fourth down call,
nah,
he's conservative.
Yeah,
when it comes to that for sure. That drives me nuts.
Yeah, they like it's fourth down in a millimeter.
Now, when Tom Brady was there, Tom was like, "We're going for
but that was a different coach though. One time,
Bruce
he had 1 year with.
Oh yeah, Brucey was. Yeah, well,
it was Bruce. Bruce is aggressive regardless of the context.
Him and Mike Martz, bro, I think probably the most aggressive. And Chip Kelly.
But when if it's
now Dan Campbell,
if it's
he goes
fourth
for it every damn.
If it's 4th and 3 at the 37, that man Bowles is gonna be like, throw the punter out there.
Throw the punter. And no one he gonna kick it in the end zone, bro. Like knowing it. We'll take that
for all you.
We'll take that 7-yard difference.
For all you young coaches out there that are starting to coach your little son or daughter, things are different now. But and you were a youth coach, and you're the head coach or the offensive coach. Until they're in middle school or close to high school, unless it's 4th and 20 on your own 20,
right?
You better not ever punt.
because your 7-year-old punter can't kick anyway.
Yep. Because here's the thing. First, there's too many things that can go wrong at the young age.
A 7-year-old long snapper.
7-year-old long snapper. A 7-year-old punter.
Right.
And then you got all the chubby kids on the O-line trying to tackle somebody.
Yeah.
Because usually on the other team, they got some 7-year-old that looks like he's 12.
Right. And he's the best athlete in town.
Best athlete in the team. You give that boy space, he's scoring every time.
Every time.
Don't even need blocks.
Yeah.
Go for it on 4th down. Trust me, the percentages
at
are
that
there.
level. At that level, it's about not even talent all the time. Sometimes it's just about being in shape.
Yep.
Right. In the NFL, everybody's in shape. Right. In the NFL, everybody's in shape. But you get a kid running around, and some of them kids just fall down because they tired, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, man.
But so what I'm getting at with the Knicks, do I wish we can get some stops sometimes more than we are? Of course. Do I want to win games 135-95? Hell yeah, it'd be nice.
Who doesn't?
But I don't. If our team is built this way, it's built this way. And it's not like a Mike D'Antoni offense where it's more of a system.
It's more pace.
It's speed. A pace thing. Yeah, you're just chucking.
Yeah.
We're scoring this much at the second to last pace in the league.
It's half-court execution.
People complain that we don't have the size, whatever that is. And there's literally mismatches every trip down the court.
Yep.
Because this is what the other team does. For some reason, they're trying to put their best long defender on Brunson.
Right.
Okay? You put that guy because newsflash, we've got two of the best of them on our team.
Yep.
Those guys don't grow on trees.
And one in the pipeline.
Yep.
And one in the chamber.
That's it. And like, so they put that guy on Brunson. So one or two things. Brunson's like, all right, let me see if this three goes in. And it goes in, you in trouble. But then all of a sudden, Brunson had 6 assists in the first quarter.
All of a sudden.
Because you don't have enough defenders to cover OG and Bridges and Hart, too. They're all moving around.
Coach, you missed one of my question. Is this a championship level offense or not?
Offense, without a doubt.
Okay.
It's the stats say, Google this, Knicks top 10 offense of all time. Just see what comes up. You'll see some crazy stats.
Right.
Like the way offense is in the NBA right now, it's the best it's ever been, top to bottom.
Okay.
Just look. So when that happens, defense is hard.
Yeah.
Look at what happens because look at the rule changes. You can't breathe on nobody. Except if you're us.
Right.
We don't get them calls.
No, we have a terrible whistle.
But like, then we complain about, the threes that people are shooting. Like because our closeout D is bad or whatever. But I looked that stat up and we're second in the league. Oh, actually, we're first. No, yeah, we're second in the league at contesting 3-point shots. We contest 17 and a half 3-point shots a game.
Wow.
Number one is the Bulls, 18.1.
That's crazy, bro.
So we're actually rotating and contesting shots. So it's not like we're just letting people shoot.
I think some of the statistics are tilted even more because of the first game.
Oh yeah,
because of the Celtics game. If we remove that, we're probably middle of the pack defensively out of the sample size.
Okay. Okay.
There's just when I went in this deep dive last night, because after the game and everything, and I usually have 3 or 4 hours at work, I get to kill time. I just went on this NBA advanced stats rabbit hole. And there's just so many cool things in there that really tell a story. So, like, most of the stats that we look at, and the ones that usually correlate to the best teams in the league, it's always Cleveland, Boston, the Knicks,
right,
Golden State right now, the Lakers, the teams that all have teams have the best records.
Right.
And newsflash, guys, I know we're not happy. We're only 9-6. We're technically there's only 6 or 7 teams in the whole league that have more wins than us right now.
Right.
It's not like we're pooping the bed.
Right.
Politically correct way to say that one. But
is that the either way.
Ish in the bed,
Ish. We're ish-smithing the bed.
Ish. And look, we got Utah next. You asked about Utah. Salute. Exactly.
Drip more.
Exactly, drip more. Sit back and enjoy it, man.
Right.
Don't look. Don't be an ex-wife, bro. Because you're gonna become an ex-fan. I got just in my book. I'm gonna revoke your card because when this team starts being the race to 50 and the team that gets 60 wins, I got receipts. I may be old, but I remember all y'all insatiable, unappeasable, chronic complainers. Some of y'all are never satisfied. It's just what do you want? You want to be undefeated?
I
A
don't
brand
care.
new team? Cleveland had all those wins.
I don't, man. To be honest, Dre. So I'll say this to IKBM Dre because I think he can trace the timeline back a long ways, right? And coach too. But coach took a siesta for a
Yeah.
minute, and then he been back. Coach has been back longer than he's been gone, right? So, coach, you probably remember this, right? There was a time that I pointed out that Philadelphia and Milwaukee were touchable, right? This is like 2 years ago. Like,
Mhm.
bro, this what they're doing is not sustainable. Don't go by the package on the outside of the gift. Look at the gift itself, right? Don't go by Joel Embiid had a 50-point triple double and they won by 2 type thing, right? What I was saying during that time is these dudes are getting to a point in their career, Giannis included, where it's now or never, right? When you look at all the miles that they played, all the years of carrying teams on their back,
Yep.
and then you look at them now, you're like, hey, Giannis is playing great ball right now, but that Bucks team looks touchable, bro. Coach, yo, how did the Bucks team look against us?
I don't.
Giannis was like,
We weren't even in our bag yet, and I just was
and then
not
we blew
worried at
them out.
all.
Right, right, right. The Sixers, how the six instead of Joel Embiid looking forward to playing in the back to back, he out here looking for snitches.
Bro, Cat gave Embiid the business so bad at the beginning of that game. Embiid took himself out
Right,
a lot earlier than he was going to. I'm telling you right now.
right,
That team, the Bucks look old.
bro.
Yeah, and Giannis cannot. What's going to happen? And this is what happens to Embiid and Giannis. They do all this carrying all year or whatever the hell they're doing, and then they break down in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's what's been happening the last couple of years.
And then a coach will get fired.
Yeah, and that's what's going. If we didn't get this help for Brunson, that's what was going to happen to Brunson.
Right.
It kind of happened to him last year. He hurt his hand at the end of the game. You know.
Yeah, remember he had a sprained right foot. All
Yeah.
these different things Brunson had going on.
I mean,
Literally, just adding Cat to the court allows him to not even get hit in the first place, going to the rim.
Has Brunson ever had this easy? Honestly,
No.
Did you know?
and the
Did you know, Coach? When Cat is on the floor, our shot attempts at the rim go up 11%.
I didn't know that.
that's crazy.
That's
Right.
like the widest margin of anybody in the league, on and off. Like, and the idea of Cat is that he's spacing, but because he's spacing, he's allowing guys like OG and McCall to attack mismatches and Brunson to get all the way to the rim, allow Josh Hart to get basically have free reign to attack the rim. Josh Hart is literally leading the league in 2-point percentage right now.
Oh wow.
Like, he shoots higher at 2-point percentage than Derek Lively or any rim running big.
Right.
Right, and like the losses we've got this year had nothing to do with our defense. Honestly, it's just we ran
Oh,
out of gas.
We stopped executing down the stretch.
Yeah, we stepped executing and we ran out of gas.
right.
And just sometimes, look,
Things happen, bro.
The Warriors team that had that record, they lost games. The first year, I mean, great teams lose games, man.
It's gonna happen.
And then, like, the thing is, we can't, for anyone that's got a problem, the way we're shooting the ball, the way our offense is, and how efficient our offense is, and how well we're shooting the three. And I'm sorry to tell you, because of the amount of shooters we have now, and because of the looks we get, it is sustainable. It actually can get better. That's what's crazy. Because we have a center that bangs down. You give him an opening, and he's banging it. So, with that being said, who cares if we give up 60 paint points? Go ahead. I'll make threes. You want to trade a 3 for a 2? Go ahead. We're basically doing to other teams what teams used to do to us all the time, because we used to be so crappy at 3-pointers, remember?
Yeah.
And remember how everyone's complaining we had no shooters? And now we have shooters, and now we're complaining, we're giving up too many 2-pointers. Who cares if you lead the league in points in the paint? That means nothing.
Is that what they sound like, Coach?
Yeah, to me, like when I read some of these things in chat, that's the voice I hear in my head. We're giving up points at a higher percentage. It's a problem.
It's because Knicks fans aren't used to seeing offense like this.
No. Even when we were the best Knicks team we've been in a long time.
Right.
Our offense was Ewing.
Like
once in a while Starks when he felt like shooting good that night.
Right.
And I'm not talking about like good offense. This is legitimately great. Like one of the best statistically ever after 15 games.
Right.
Like this is not a good offense. This is an amazing offense.
This is all-time historic type offense. Yeah.
How many times has the best defensive team in the league won the NBA title?
The only times it's happened, they also had like a top 10 offense at the same time.
Yeah. You got to go with both. Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you're a heavy defensive team, I guess the Pistons was the last one.
If that's what you,
And that was 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
2 decades.
Wow, that was 20 years ago?
Yeah.
The 04 Pistons was 20 years ago, Dre.
It's about to be 21 years. It might as well have been that type of game. It might have well been a different sport. Basketball back then in the mid 2000s is a different sport than what it is right now. To be absolutely honest with you.
Right. The whole league, everyone's defense is not as good because everyone's offense is so good.
It's legit. It's hard. Like it's really, really hard to guard 27 feet away from the rim with no help. Like we talking about different eras where teams had 2 or 3 guys on the court that couldn't shoot, and they were comfortable with that. Like the idea of a guy coming to the league and he's just a defensive specialist at the guard and can't shoot. Those players don't exist anymore.
Yo, this might be the funniest comment
I
ever seen, right? Miguel P. This might be the funniest comment I've ever seen in my life, bro. Miguel P said, y'all sound like y'all snorting offense off the top of y'all console TVs. Yeah, that might be the funniest comment, man, I ever read, bro. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's talking about me too, right? But I don't think it's that, Miguel P. I don't think it's that, man. I think it's this. The blueprint is out there for you to win a championship. And the Knicks, for once, are in the group chasing the blueprint that it takes to win a championship.
Exactly.
Right? And so it sounds weird because the Knicks are always the team and franchise that wanted to do it their way. Like, I don't care about winning championships like the Warriors. I like defense. Right? And then you go 50 plus years without winning, and then you're like, the league sucks. No, maybe it was your approach that sucked. Right? Maybe you spent 20 years looking for Patrick Ewing when you should have been looking every year trying to find out what the trend is in the league and get ahead of the trend and build towards getting ahead of the trend. Use advanced analytics to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Get you, a certain type of coach that is cutting edge. Go find you a Taylor Jenkins type. Find you a Ime Udoka type. Find you a Steve Kerr type when Steve Kerr was young type coach, where you can get a guy that's ahead of everything instead of the recycle coach that needs 7 years to build a program in his image to get to the finals.
Bro, Boston is the 13th rated defense in the league. They have the 13th. They're 13th in defensive rating.
They were high in prior years.
The Cavaliers are 9th in defensive rating
right now. Yeah.
So I don't want to hear it. Defense wins championships. This isn't football. It doesn't happen in football anymore either.
I think if
who wins championships? The best quarterbacks. That's who wins.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, like, defense matters to a point. But if you have an extremely potent offense, all you really need is a top half defense.
Oh, yeah. And let me read. Because I'm not in the boat with them. Like, so I just want to clarify. And no disrespect to their points. What I'm saying is,
I'm disrespecting their point.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about I'm talking about your point.
I am disrespecting all y'all's.
Yeah, I'm talking about your point.
Trust me.
What I'm getting at is I'm not saying defense wins championships. I'm saying the thought that elite defense wins championships is crazy.
Oh,
now, am I throwing defense out the window? Hell no, because I know defense is important, right? But elite defenses don't win championships, bro, because they can't score, right? What you want is balance. Can you balance a very good offense and a very good defense together? And so what the Knicks have done over the years is claimed to have had good defenses, right? And the defense was probably between 7 and 9 under Tibbs, and during Tibbs' tenure, we probably averaged out somewhere about 13th in defense, somewhere like that, right? So our thought of defense and what we were actually putting on the floor are two different things. But to double down on something that hadn't worked in the previous 4 years, we're in our 5th year of Tom Thibodeau. So if it hadn't worked in those previous iterations, maybe something is amiss. Maybe there's a fly in the ointment. Maybe there is sand in the sprocket, right? Maybe there's a stick in the chain. Maybe there's a rock in the shoe, a splinter in the hand, whatever it is, whatever you call it. Maybe what we're doing has something that's preventing us from being the best version of that, right? And maybe that's a sign to us to say, well, maybe we shouldn't be doubling down on this thing, and maybe we should keep our head up and see what's coming down the road, right? It's one of those things to me that I'll give you an example. The NBA is going to make a defensive adjustment, right? The league is going to make some type of adjustment to slow down offense, right? Because offense is a run. Offense, bro. Did you see the Spurs tonight?
Yeah.
I think the Spurs shot 41% from the floor and still scored 120 points.
They probably got a bunch of offensive
the thing
rebounds.
is, it's not about the final point total or what even the nerdy stats of it all. It comes down to being a good enough defense to make timely stops when you need. Like, if our defense was so bad that we couldn't stop anybody on some trips, then I'd have a problem. But we're doing a lot of good things throughout games. Like, how many times? Like, I've said this sentence more in our watch-alongs this year than last year. I feel like already almost. Like, I've been saying good D on that. Like I'm calling out like good.
You were saying, wait a minute. You were saying, shut up, Cowboy Bob. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, after I say shut up, Cowboy.
Cowboy Bob, man. Cowboy Bob. That's what he said.
But like, no, like, because here's the thing. With the way our defense is, like, yeah, it's something you have to play together to be better at it. Like, you have to. There's a lot of community. If any of you ever really watched the games, and you're not listening to Spotify or your wife and kids yelling at you or whatever, if you listen in between whistles when they go down to Tibbs and you hear Tibbs talking to the team, he's always like, "Come on, communicate. You got to over talk with each other." He talks about, and that is literally, if you look at the best teams in the league, the ones that are kind of successful right now, except Houston's kind of an anomaly because they're young and I think they're going to come back to earth here eventually.
Houston's winning games like how we used to win them.
Right. But like,
I don't know the level of sustainability.
The teams that are good and winning are teams that have been. Who is Boston's new guy in the rotation? Who's their new starter? There isn't one. Who's Cleveland's new guy in the rotation? Who's Cleveland's new starters? Nobody. Like, same with the Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors don't have Clay anymore or whatever, but their core is all there. They've been together forever. The coach has been there forever. There's the Lakers. All the teams that are winning right now are teams that their core and the main part of their team has been together. Okay? They've literally played 15 games with technically three new starters.
And like 2 weeks of training camp.
Yeah. And 5 guys.
Burgers and fries.
5 people that are part of our 7 to 8 man rotation are new pieces.
Right.
Think about that.
So is OG, bro. OG is a new piece in my mind.
Yeah, he hasn't even played a full season with the Knicks.
Right. Josh Hart's only been here for think about this. Josh Hart has been here for a year plus. Yeah, last year was his first full season, and we got him at the trade deadline the year before.
Yeah, and he only started half
for like a year and 2/3.
Yeah, and he's only been a starter for half the season because of injuries.
Right. Yeah. These are the type things. These are the type things that I get it. I get it. But the thing about it, East Blue Drew in the building. Jerry Fitz was good. Somebody else came in. Was it Nick Yak? Nick Yak, salute. Mike Saunders, what's good, man? It's good to see y'all, man. I hope y'all came ready to chat, man. Y'all need to get busy in the chat so I can point out. Because if y'all don't, coach, y'all just pull out somebody comment and just go crazy. You just go and pull out somebody comment and snap. No, I'm into y'all been cooking, bro. I ain't gonna pull out somebody comment and snap, bro. Yeah.
So here's my thing. What is the biggest threat with every game that we have to defend?
Injury.
No, when you're playing other teams offense, okay. What should you be good at defending?
Point of attack defense.
Yeah. And don't you think that the offense is built around the 3-point shot nowadays?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this many threes get chucked up?
No.
So why the hell is paint defense so damn important in a league where everyone's chucking damn threes?
Yeah. Hey, can I just point out an ironic point to help Coach's point? And Coach don't need no help, but this is just something. Did y'all ever notice that if you go to the rim, you can fall and roll up under the stanchion and the refs don't even look at you? But if you shoot a 3-pointer, they're looking to see if somebody's coming down in your landing area.
And they swipe your afro, they call a foul.
Right. 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 Yeah, man. It's one of those things. The 3-pointer is here and it's here to stay. The thing is, we have to figure out how to weaponize it. We have not weaponized the 3 over the years, right? But now that we have guys that can shoot it, we have to weaponize it, bro. Teams weaponize it against us. We had a saying for the last 7 years. We always let some random have their career high against us shooting the 3. Coach, how many times you heard that? Some random always get hot and
I call them the bum threes.
The bum threes, bro. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about when Torian Prince hit 8 threes on us?
Ricky Rubio, remember Ricky Rubio did it?
Oh my God.
Ricky Rubio was so hot that he just threw one at the rim just to see if he was human.
And it went in.
And it went in. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, is that has been our thing. And so the thing is, if they are doing it to us and we complain, why do we complain when we do it to them?
It's like,
I mean, I don't.
I guess it's no fun when we have the gun, which it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You usually use that against your opponent, but apparently it's no fun when we have the gun.
Right. We just hurt ourselves with it, bro. Like, what?
I gotta look up our paint defense.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all, bro. Like, why is this even?
Who cares if we're winning? Honestly,
right? Who cares, bro? Who cares?
It's like, oh, we shouldn't be this good on offense because we can't slack off on defense.
What?
Like, it makes no sense. It's just when you're that good on offense, sometimes. And here's the other thing: half the time, our 2 best players are getting molested, and they're getting off the ground on their shot after they make it, and then it was a no call, and we didn't get back on defense in time half the time.
But don't swipe Kobe White's afro, bro. Don't swipe his afro. So the thing is, let's do, because I'm ready to talk about the defense thing, right? So first of all, when you acquire Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart, you don't acquire 3 one-way wings, right? Like these dudes, this is not Lou Dort, right? This is not Lou Dort we're talking about. This is not Jared Vanderbilt out here that we're talking about. St. Winyan Gabriel, St. Dyson Daniels, somebody, Usman Jing, right? These are dudes that are established 2-way semi-franchise players in OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Two-way semi-franchise type players that we're talking about. We acquired, right? For them to be our Bell Biv DeVoe. That's who they are for us. They're not Johnny. They're not Bobby Brown, right? These are dudes that are going to be very good peripheral players for us. At times, Bell Biv DeVoe will have a smash hit, right? At times, OG Anunoby will look like the best player on the floor. At times, Mikal Bridges will look like the best player on the floor. But we don't need for them to do that, right? They're the perfect temperament for this team. OG Anunoby don't talk. Coach, you remember when they fouled him? You remember when OG fouled out from the bench? Remember they reviewed the play and fouled him out the game? OG like, how you gonna foul me out and I'm already on the bench? How you gonna foul me out during a challenge? Bro, you gonna foul me out during a challenge, bro? Like, dog, you really gonna stand over there at that long ass table and foul me out from over there? Bro, OG was like, he just sat there, ain't say nothing. Right? The perfect temperament for this team. Just stay in a pocket. Like, I don't know who talks less, OG Anunoby or Jumpman, bro. Coach, who speaks less?
Oh,
Sims, Jumpman?
Sims for sure.
I've never heard Jericho Sims' voice in my entire life. I'm not sure he has a voice.
I don't even know Sims has teeth. Bro. I don't even know. I saw him do this like 2 games ago. He's a cyborg, bro. Simsborg.
Yo, did you see when Tibbs got mad when Jericho jammed his knee coming down on a dunk, right? And Sims was like,
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. Jericho Sims smiles like he got dentures in his mouth.
yo, Jericho Sims was yelling on mute. Like, bro, how you yelling on mute, bro? That man was yelling on mute. I was like,
You calling them Jericho mimes?
yeah, Jericho moms, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. But you know what? You know what? The thing I'm getting at though is when you look at the temperament of the guys, you really only have like one guy that's above the law and two guys that are above the law and don't really even care. Right? Like 2 guys that are like, I don't care. What you gonna do? Cut me? I'll be on another team tomorrow. Cameron Payne. Did y'all see some of the shots Cameron Payne took the last week or so?
At this point, I'm convinced Tibbs is telling him to take them shots.
Something.
That's Chucky Payne, bro.
Bro.
That's his name for me.
Bro,
He be chucking.
Yo, Cameron Payne is taking these shots like he don't
Give
like
me the green light.
Bro, John Legend just singing all the way.
I'm gonna shoot right now. I'm gonna shoot right now.
He took a 3 over number 4, and number 4 was in his jersey. And when he hit it, I was like, shit. That just let that man know he need to keep shooting.
Yeah, anytime he hits a shot like that, that guarantees him 10 more threes to take.
10 more threes.
Well, I gotta see Cameron Payne's per 36 3-point attempts.
I think he takes the most threes on the team on a per minute basis.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
by a chunk, by a nice chunk, he takes the most threes per minute.
right.
Oh god, we're small.
Yo, I'm gonna say something to what Nick Yak said, everybody, because it's so ridiculously out of whack. It's so ridiculously out of whack and don't make sense. It's making me smile internally, right? He says because we won means 6'7" OG isn't small for a power forward and Bridges isn't small as small forward. And so when I see that, I think like, has this dude been present like in the moment? I'm just questioning Nick Yak. Like, Nick Yak, what in the world would make you think the Knicks planned for OG Anunoby to play the 4? Like, what gave you that impression? Like just humor us. Like what gave you the impression that OG Anunoby at the 4 was the Knicks plan from the jump? Just asking. Because from what we see, OG is getting minutes at the 4. In theory, you say that OG Anunoby is a power forward. But when we watch the game, we see OG Anunoby guarding the other team's best perimeter player.
Yeah.
That's what we see. Power forwards don't do that. For one. Right? We legit saw OG Anunoby guarding Devin Booker. Devin Booker is not a power forward, bro. It's just
The
a reminder.
idea, like we gotta get rid of even the idea of like limiting guys based on
He's an
position.
inch shorter than Jason Tatum,
but
who
the
is
thing,
Boston's power forward.
but
And he probably has longer arms.
I'm gonna say, but like it's the idea of power forward. Like we're not even doing that.
That was my point.
The way the league is headed, Freezy, you got to break it down.
Dre, I
the way
already
the league
know already. You could tell them no.
Yeah, absolutely. The way the league is heading is literally have a big, have 3 wings, have a playmaker. That's it.
Right.
It's not about power forward. Like the day there's only literally like 3 or 4 guys that are quote unquote power forwards.
You want to know how I know that too? Because I was kind of in the camp where, man, we could use just another forward somewhere.
Right.
And I scout, and this is like right before the season started, and I scoured all the rosters of the NBA looking at salaries and everything. I'm like, geez, there's like no forwards in the league.
But because well, it's because I think as fans, there are some fans that either don't know basketball, but they enjoy it. Right. So if you don't know basketball, it's no big thing. Like if you can't break down X's and O's and schematics and all that stuff, no big deal. If you're a fan, you're a fan. If you're a fan, be a fan, and nobody's telling you not to enjoy basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I watch movies all the time and I'm not an actor, right? That's what I compare it to, right? I watch movies all the time. I'm not a thespian, right? The thing is though, and the other part is there are people that can't wrap their mind around things evolving. Things evolve, bro. Like the power forward from 30 years ago is not the power forward of today. Sorry.
Nope.
Dudes that are 6'9", 220, and say 1982 are not doing things that a 6'9", 220 guy is doing in today's NBA. It's just not the same. Things evolve. The Knicks don't run a power forward. They don't have a power forward chasing the other team's power forward around the floor. They don't do that, right? They have wings. One wing is on one wing. The other wing is on the other wing. This is how the wing conversation works, right? You have a point of attack. You have wings. You have 2 dudes back on your baseline, right? Usually it's one big and then the other guy that's going to be your weak side rim protection. He won't be a weak side shot blocker. He'll be a weak side rim protector. Means anything that threatens the rim, he's going to get in front of it and cut it off. And you don't have to be 7 foot tall to do that.
Can I interject? Nick Yak, there are literally only like 3 or 4 power forwards in the league, true power forwards. The way the league is headed, it's you getting away from that position in the first place. We aggregate as a unit what power forwards do.
Right. And this is for the guys that watch the game. Y'all ever notice that when another team makes the shot, sometimes the closest person there is Josh Hart taking the ball out the net? You never wonder why that is?
Jerry Fitz, you need to go back and just be a GM guy. Your takes are just killing me.
Right. And so the thing is so in Jerry Fitz's case, Jerry Fitz is old as dirt, bro. Jerry Fitz is 20 years older than all of us. I'm joking.
He's the oldest 30-something-year-old I've ever met.
I'm joking with Jerry. I'm joking with Fitzy, man. Fitzy legit.
Fits him in buttons over here.
Jerry Fitz is the most handsome 89-year-old you've ever seen. Right, Jerry Fitz has an anchor tattoo on his chest, bro. I'm joking with Fitz, of course, right? But the thing is, I'm being serious about is the game has evolved. You don't see the game played in a classic style anymore because the player types change, the rules have changed. right? The rules have changed so that power forwards don't have a place in today's NBA, right? You saw it with Hedo Turkoglu. When Hedo Turkoglu started handling the basketball, at how tall was Turkoglu, Dre? He was what, 6'10"?
Yeah, he was 6'10".
Him and Rashard. You remember Rashard Lewis?
Yeah, 6'10" as well.
Right. You remember when those guys started handling the ball and shooting threes to space the floor for Dwight
And
Howard?
it just confused the Brandon Bass type bigs because they didn't know what to do.
What's the Paul Millsap type bigs? Remember him too?
Yeah. And even Paul Millsap, he had to extend his range.
Yep.
He had to not play like a power forward.
Y'all remember Carlos Boozer? Remember Boozer?
Yeah. Those bigs don't exist no more. Those, I'm going to just take 15 footers all game.
Right.
And that's it? No, they don't exist anymore.
You remember Zach Randolph?
Yeah.
Coach,
They
you
would make
remember
Zach Randolph a center.
Yeah,
Zach
he's
Randolph,
a 6'9" center.
right? Yep. In today's NBA, yeah.
Today's NBA, you know how many 6'9", 6'10" guys are starting at center? A lot.
A lot.
Bam Adebayo.
You want to know what happened? OKC, even Ihart's first game back.
He didn't even start.
He didn't start because it was his first game back. They had 6'6" was their tallest player for 4 games.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams was their center.
Yeah.
And they're 11 and whatever the record is.
Yeah.
So just so you know, the New York Knicks are 11th in the league in points in the paint, letting up.
40, and even to that point,
a game.
And even to that point, Coach, why are we acting like OG Anunoby is a small basketball player or something? That man is 6'7", 240 with a 7-foot wingspan.
Right,
Exactly.
Super athlete.
You don't defend that. That's the other thing. Height is, I swear to Christ, anatomy and physiology. It's the height of someone's head has no bearing on their defense.
Right.
Like if I have T-Rex arms and I'm 7'4" and I can only reach this high, what's the sense of being 7'4" then?
Right.
Like, yeah, OG's 6'7".
Because you have a long neck.
Yeah, like OG and Mikal Bridges, they have one of the longest wingspans of guys their height in the league.
Yeah.
Look, that's another stat. There's a whole website based on that.
Breezy. At times next year when OG stood next to Randall, you couldn't differentiate who was the bigger player.
Yeah, yeah.
And we know for certain that Randall is a big boy.
Yeah. Oh, I seen Randall in person, bro. Randall is a beast, bro. Randall, for 260, Randall looks razor thin in real life, bro. When you see him in like we were, I think it was me, Adam, and y'all remember Adam, right? Y'all remember Adam?
Yep.
So me, Adam.
Shout out to Adam wherever you are.
Yeah, and Greeny. Y'all remember Greeny? Me,
Shout
Adam.
out to Greeny from Atlanta.
We were in Orlando, bro, and we were looking at Randall, and I was like, "Yo, where is?" And then I was like, "Yo, that's Rand. Yo, these dudes, bro. I mean, yeah.
Randall had to transform his body to lose weight to play the floor.
Bro,
and we talking about how
even with our losses, we're averaging 6.4 points differential. We're still winning all our games by 6.5 points. That's 6th in the league. Only 5 teams ahead of us are all the double-digit win teams in the league.
Right.
I mean, it's like, and at home this year, 11.5 points differential.
Wow.
That's actually number 3. The only team that's higher than us are Orlando and Cleveland at home.
Shout out to Corey Lee. Corey Lee in the building. Corey Lee, y'all benched y'all quarterback, huh? I be trying to tell dudes, bro, I know a little about sports. I told Lee at the beginning, Dre, you remember during the summer, I told him the Giants were trash? I think, yeah, the Giants trash, bro. They ain't gonna do nothing. They blaming Evan Neal for everything. And then once they get some line help, you're not gonna hear Evan Neal's name, and they're gonna swear up and down. And bro, I'm telling you, I told Lee that last year. I was like, bro, they blaming Evan Neal for a quarterback that's trash. And then finally they admitted the quarterback was trash. And you ain't heard Evan Neal name all season. That's a good thing for a lineman, by the way.
Yeah, you're not supposed to hear his name. That means a lot of penalties are happening or sacks are happening.
Right. Yeah.
Tell me if this makes sense. We put someone in the starting lineup that's going to help us make stops more. Mind you, he's not even available yet. Okay. We hold teams to 10 less points a game. The last I checked, our offense isn't going to be as good with that guy on the court.
Right.
So we're going to score less. So, like I said before, whether we win 130 to 115 or 110 to 95, does it matter?
Does it matter? No, it don't matter.
It's the whole what came first, the chicken or the egg, people.
Right.
Sorry, the egg came first.
Right.
A chicken had to be born. So two species of a bird mated and created an egg that made a chicken. Okay. So the egg came first. You don't have to be a chicken that created an egg. Like two other birds got together somehow and they laid an egg and it was a chicken.
Hey, let me okay, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay, all right, relax. Dre, that man was like, I love Coach, my God.
It's just some of these people that talk in circles and they say the same thing with different words. Like we're gonna change our mind and agree with
but the thing I don't get is they're talking about it matters in the playoffs. Do playoff games happen in November?
No.
Am I missing something? Do you like pick up the Larry O'Brien in November?
No, yeah.
Do teams get better as the season goes along? Like, is that not a common Tibbs team?
Teams but I think the overarching theme to the point of contention with a lot of the chats, not just this one, because I watched somebody else's show the other day, and it was the same stuff. Some of the same people, like in the chat, saying the same stuff, like, man,
the Wambulance chasers.
Yeah, OG's not a power forward, but and we're like, bro, we're complaining about a team that's above 500 with 3 rotation players out, and we're just finding something to complain about. Like, why are we coming? We have 3 rotation players out, right? And the back end of the bench is young, impressionable rookies. Tibbs is coaching with one arm behind his back. This. You watch the game, you see it with your own eyes, and you still criticize the product that's on the floor, knowing we have 3 rotation players out. It's crazy, bro. It boggles my mind. It's like we complain about every little thing instead of letting positivity prevail, at least for a little while.
How many teams in the league? 30?
Yeah.
We have the 6th most wins in the league. Do you realize this?
With 3 rotation players out. And 4 rookies on the bench taking up roster spots. And a G Leaguer named Matt Ryan. Tibbs is out here coaching with one arm behind his back, and we out here talking about OG's not a power forward because he's 6'7", not 6'8". Bro, it's crazy. It's
who, like the defending champions have Jason Tatum as their power forward. Are you complaining about his size?
That's what I was saying. Like, and honestly, size-wise, we match up. The only one that's got a size advantage is Derek White on Brunson. That's it.
I respect what Fitz said.
Hart and Drew Holiday, Bridges and Jaylen Brown, same size. And OG and Tatum are pretty much the same size. Tatum's an inch taller.
The same size, right?
And when Porzingis comes back, he's taller than Cat. But I'll take Cat in that matchup on both sides of the ball.
Right. And that stuff, the size matters thing. I mean, I don't know. Fitz says, I love our Knicks, but we were 5-6 before the last 4 gimme wins. So I don't think everything is roses the way some do. But hey, but Fitzy, here's the thing. Were you feeling that way when we gave that game to Chicago? Think about what you just typed right here, right?
Yeah, we gave the game to the Cavs too.
Yeah, exactly. So Fitzy is saying, but we were 5-6, and then we won 4 in a row. Think about this statement, right? We were 5-6 before we won 4 in a row. Right? Think about what we're saying. I don't think everything is roses the way that some do. We may have given away games. Fitz, what I'm saying, bro, is we gotta relax. You know Mitch is out. You know Precious is out. You knew at one point Cameron Payne was out, and when he came back, Deuce was out. You know this, right? You know this. So instead of saying, you know what, we shorthanded, what we're seeing now is not indicative of what we see when everybody gets healthy and when the rookies get some seasoning. We're like, nah, this is the finished product, and I hate it.
They have no foresight at all.
I just think we got to relax.
Nah, man, the championship game is tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Before Thanksgiving.
What are we gonna? OG is 6'7", not 6'8". What are we gonna do? Trade him for Jared Vanderbilt, who's 6'9"?
Bro, you want me to tell you something? I want you guys to go look. Okay, go look at Cleveland's schedule. Okay, the only winning teams they beat were Golden State, the Lakers, Orlando, and us. The rest of the teams they beat all have losing records.
And they beat Orlando when they just lost.
And they lost to Boston.
Yeah.
So shut up. Okay? I'm going to be real. Shut up. Look at everyone else's schedule. Newsflash, the league has got a lot of mediocre teams trying to figure things out. And we should be thankful we're not one of the mediocre teams anymore because we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
I came up with computers. I was born with them.
Coach invented computers, by the way.
It's called being someone that doesn't pull made up facts out of their ass. That's what it's called. When I talk about things and back up my stuff, I actually can do something that's called multitasking. It's what people with half of a brain can do. I can look at things and actually say it in the next sentence when I look something up.
Yeah.
You should try it sometime. Maybe your arguments won't sound so dumb.
Let me do this right here. I'm gonna just this is and so for the record, y'all, Fitz and Fitzy and Nick Yak are my people, right? So there's no stuff, no himiny jiminy going on here. These are my people, right? So Nick Yak says we will win. We are a good team, but that doesn't mean we can't put a rim protector with Cat because feelings will be hurt. OG has been great. Nobody complaining about. The thing is about this is, but that doesn't mean we can't put a rim protector with Cat. Who is it? Who is your rim protector? Go get him so you can play Saturday. Who is it? Who's the rim protector we're going to put next to Cat right now?
they think Mitchell Robinson's going to come in, start, and play 30 minutes a game when he's never played 25 minutes a game for a year.
Right, and so the thing is the obvious stuff, Dre. The obvious stuff, like Mitch ain't even gonna be practicing until the King Holiday roll. That man ain't even that man is not even gonna be on the floor with physical contact from other players until the King Holiday. And we talking about Mitch. That's 2 months away, right? The thing is this: if there was a rim protector available, you think Tom Thibodeau wouldn't use him already? So Tom Thibodeau, all of us, think about Tom Thibodeau, of all people, forgot about how to coach defense. Tom Thibodeau, of all people, forgot how to coach defense.
Thomas Thibodeau.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
We already know Tibbs has his biases.
Right.
If he thought Cat would be better at the 4, he would have tried it already.
Are we actually valuing and devaluing wins? Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
I'm looking at the Boston schedule right now. There are only 2 wins against winning teams this year, and I just went through this and looked. The only 2 teams that they beat that had a winning record are us and Cleveland, who they just beat. The rest of their wins were against losing teams. This is who their wins were against: us, Washington, Detroit, Milwaukee. They lost to Indiana. They beat Charlotte twice. They beat Atlanta. They lost to Golden State. They beat Brooklyn. They beat Milwaukee again. They lost to Atlanta. They beat Brooklyn again. They beat Toronto. Look at their wins. And they lost to Atlanta, Golden State, and Indiana.
Yo, hey, man. Hey, you right, bro. I just had to yeah, this is the answer. Start Aerial Huck Party. That's the answer. Start Aerial Huck Party is the answer. I love it, bro. Salute to my guy Nick. Yeah.
Anyone that saw that Knicks Cavs game, we had that game under control.
Yeah, we had it. They had us figured out.
Yeah,
and then we figured them out. We basically what prevented us from winning that game outright was Josh Hart wasn't engaged in that game, and you saw it. And then when he got engaged in that Cleveland game, you saw us take the lead and stretch on them. And then when Josh Hart got hurt and left that game, the Knicks couldn't recover without Josh Hart.
Yeah. And it was the 4th game of the year.
Yeah.
And my point I'm getting at, when you have fans that are devaluing who we've beat and who we've won to, that's why I'm bringing up the fact that who Cleveland and Boston have beat so far. It's not a devaluing. This is the NBA. A win's a win, man. You got to play your schedule. That's what it comes down to. So does it mean Boston's not good? Obviously not. Do I think Cleveland's not as good as their record? Yep.
Yeah. They're good, but not as good as their record.
I'll take New York in a series tomorrow.
Right. Cleveland.
I will literally empty my bank account and bet that the Knicks win that series.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are not a 77-win team. Right. They're on pace to win 77 games? They're not a 77-win team. I mean, come on, man.
3 of our losses this year, 3 of our 6 losses are against the top 3 teams in the league, record-wise.
Right.
Boston, Cleveland, and Houston. Houston's 11-4 right now. So y'all know.
And to be honest with you, We're one Jalen Brunson rim out from being 10-5.
Yeah.
Remember the rim out against Chicago?
Yep.
We're one rim out from being that, right? And we're talking about, and I think part of it, and no disrespect to my people, because we just having a conversation, and so if you're watching us, for the first time and you're trying to figure out what the hell it is that you're watching, just stay tuned. This is a family conversation. This is how brothers and sisters talk to each other in real life. So when you see like strong words or whatever, it ain't that like that. It ain't that type of
The
podcast.
thing is, I believe in my team more than they do.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. It doesn't mean I'm a better fan or I like them more. I just believe in what we're doing. And
Right.
some of y'all don't. Okay, we can agree to disagree. Want to call me chubby because of it? Go ahead. I'm still going to tell you to shut up when you're wrong.
Jerry Fitz says, so you don't see a problem that we haven't beaten any of the good teams. Fitzy, no, you missing the point, bro. I honestly, I swear you missing it, bro. If Boston had 3 rotation players out, do you think their record would be what it is? If the Cleveland Cavaliers, think about this. If the Cleveland Cavaliers had Jarrett Allen out, Darius Garland out, and one of their bench players out, would they have the record they have right now? No. They wouldn't. Look at the Sixers. Oh, never mind. Don't look at the Sixers because they trash. Never mind. Don't look at don't look at. That's not the example right there. My bad. I went too far, Dre. I was on a roll and then I went too far, bro.
Like Boston has been like rotate. Like if Boston didn't have their, like they got Pritchard's playing pretty good right now, and they got like a 3-headed guy at center. Like they don't know who to play at center. They got a problem at center right now. Warford's not really been their answer. It's just the other 4 guys have been so good that that's why they're winning. And are they dominating? I mean, I don't know. I can't wait to play him again. See where we're at.
Right. Yeah. I think that's the thing, bro. I think, Dre, what I think it is the miracle that we pulled off last year from January 1st through the last game that we played. I think Knicks fans think we're invincible. Like
they think that style of play was just gonna work. Meanwhile, when we got to the playoffs in the Game 7, Isaiah Hartenstein had no points, and he was getting cooked by any center that we faced in that playoff.
Yeah, and I like Hartenstein, bro.
I like him too.
But here's the mentality, and I've said this earlier when I was complaining that Tibbs, like those couple of games we lost because of Tibbs, was because we were missing Mitch, Precious, and McBride. They are that important, and this is why they're important.
Yeah,
because our best players don't have to play 40 minutes. And when they get in the fourth quarter to play, they won't have jelly legs.
Okay.
They won't be out of gas. Okay. So when Mitch plays and Precious plays and McBride plays and all them other guys plays, then guys like Brunson and Cat and OG and Bridges and Josh are coming into the fourth quarter with about 28 minutes or 26 minutes under the belt instead of 30.
Right.
Okay. And then that way in the fourth quarter, they're all fresh because, those Mitch, Precious, and McBride are not playing at the end of the game. Our 5 starters are going to be playing. Okay. So those 5 guys got to be at their maximum best self. So that means hopefully we kept the game close enough or we're leading to where our fresh 5 starters are in the game in the fourth quarter at their best. And that's what those bench guys we're missing represents. So are they important? Yes.
Right.
For that reason.
Right.
Because if that was the case, every best starting five ever would always win every championship. That's not always the case.
Dre, what's that? Excuse me, what's that major league umpire that everybody hated? He finally retired.
Angel Hernandez.
That's Doc Rivers, bro. Teflon. Teflon. You remember Angel Hernandez blew a call at first base, bro. Even the umpires walked up to him like, man, and
you making us look bad, man.
Yeah. But you making us look bad. They just challenged that, man. You know you're gonna look bad, right? That's the thing with Doc Rivers, bro. Like, why is Doc still here? But this is and so and I understand that this is a us versus them. I think Fitz said it a few comments ago about us wanting to trade Mitch. Man, listen, man. The Mitchell Robinson thing, and I say this all the time. I don't even want to. I tell everybody behind the scenes, I despise talking about Mitchell Robinson, but his name is brought up every show, like Frank Ntilikina. Every show we talk about Mitchell Robinson, and that man is not going to even be here until the King holiday. Right? Nobody's wanting to talk about Mitchell Robinson. Let that man heal up.
Freezer, can I tell Jerry Fitz that the Knicks starting five plays the most minutes out of any starting five in the NBA?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is Jerry Fitz talking about?
Those are facts. Those are facts.
These are indisputable facts, and it would go down.
Lately, the last couple of games, you know when he hasn't been doing it? When we've been winning.
When we've been blowing teams out.
Those games that we lost, he played them a lot. So the risk wasn't worth the reward.
And it's still it's still up there. Yeah, and Fitz he said he just said that, so I got you. But the thing Coach, what I think it is, and I know this is gonna come across a little crass and maybe a little classless, but so what? It's the homies hanging together. I think as soon as we let the New York Giants fans into the fan base, they just messed up everything for everybody. The New York football Giants fans, bro, the Giants fans, they just mess up every conversation, bro. For one, they can't admit that the Jets are a better organization from them. They think because they own or wear a trench coat, that means he's smarter. A trench coat don't make you smart, bro. Right? You know what make you smart? Re-signing Saquon Barkley after you put your line together. That is what make you smart. Right? Right. Here's you know what? A dude told me, man, we have Tyrone Tracy. We don't need Saquon Barkley. And I was like, Tyrone Tracy? I wouldn't recognize Tyrone Tracy if he was handing my food out of a fast food window, bro. Who in the world is Tyrone Tracy? Is that the dude that fumbled against the Panthers?
I think Erykah Badu knows who he is.
Maybe. But you can't use her phone. I promise you, it's the Giants fans, bro. The Giants fans, they legit mess up every conversation about sports, about every. They talking about the Yankees. Giants fans are like, we don't need Juan Soto. Did you see Giancarlo Stanton in the playoffs? Bro, did you see Stanton for the previous 5 years? Giants fans mess up. It's the Giants fans, bro. It's the reason why we can't have a civil conversation about the Knicks, bro. Right? That's what it is. I think it's Giants fans, bro. Like instead of handing your backup quarterback the job, right? The dude you groomed to be the starter in case your starter go down. Instead of
they have a mean QB.
Yeah, bro. What? They're like, nah, man. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tank in front of everybody, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna celebrate while we're tanking to make it look like we're not tanking. Those are the Giants fans, bro. The Giants fans, bro. That's just what it is. The Giants fans mess up every conversation. The Giants fans.
Good evening, gentlemen. How y'all
Good
doing?
evening.
Salute, Core.
What's up?
Good.
What's up? Now he
Real good,
runs.
man. We
Yo, he
gotta
throws the rock and now he runs.
we gotta
Yo, he's just
evolution
as bad as
class.
the Jets. His team's just as bad as the Jets. I mean, come on, bro. Y'all win. Y'all one of the oldest teams in the world, and you only got one Super Bowl in like 4 generations.
The Jets are in shambles, bro. They firing every. They're about to fire the hot dog guy in the stands.
They need to. We need to get the stench out the building, man.
They about to fire Fireman Ed as a coach, as a fan. I mean,
They already did that, actually. They
Mm-mm.
already did that.
oh
Yeah,
god,
what I don't get is how do you name your stadium after another New York team?
Come on, man. You already know that's.
What,
Come
what,
on,
what
come on, man.
y'all play in MetLife Stadium, right? I'm
This
just
guy.
asking. Y'all play in
Hey,
MetLife
hey,
Stadium, right?
hey, Dre, you not gonna stand up with me for this one? That's
I,
all right. That's why
Lee,
y'all just went in space. We about to
Lee,
kick y'all out anyway.
bro.
y'all do play at MetLife Stadium, right?
The Giants are not gonna have a black quarterback.
No, they ain't drafting no black
You,
quarterback, bro.
what, so you think they're gonna take Quinn Ewers?
No, they're gonna draft a lineman, bro.
Oh no.
They're gonna draft a lineman out of Alabama, number 2.
they better get that running back.
No,
Boise
they ain't.
State.
Nah, they got Tyrone Tracy.
Then they're gonna let him go in 4 years.
Ashton
So
Jeanty.
why is this about my Giants?
Because y'all ruined all the New York conversations, bro. Like a Giants fans was
Hold on a
ruined.
second. And the Jets didn't either? Hold on a
No,
second. The Jets go and sign a geriatric diva from from Green Bay, thinking they're gonna get lightning in the bottle. What happened? The first year he steps on the court, on the field, and he pops his Achilles. The next year he comes back so toxic, he gets the head coach fired. Mind you, and, the Jets had a great defense. They got a lot of talent over there. But anyway,
I need
it
to
ain't just the Giants ruining the team. And the last time I seen the Bears ain't raising no hell out there in the Midwest.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
But,
yeah,
but Lee,
y'all,
Lee,
y'all,
but Lee,
y'all,
you
y'all,
missed the whole,
second. Y'all,
you
y'all,
missed
y'all,
the whole point. The whole point was not what the teams are doing. The whole point that I made is Giants fans ruin New York sports conversations. And you just came in when we were talking about the Knicks and started talking about what the Bears are doing in Chicago.
Well, here's the thing for me though.
Now I ain't saying you a gold digger, but you ain't messing with, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is Lee came
and then
in.
you had to go get a person from Chicago to put me in a reference. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I got
But
you.
So you follow.
what's worse though? Having not having good enough roster and losing games, or possibly having one of the best young cores in the league and not winning games.
Ooh, good question.
Because
At least you have a built-in excuse. Now, poor coaching is just
the
poor coaching.
Jets, honestly, and I'm not a fan of either of the teams. I used to be a Giants fan growing up. And when I moved to Florida in middle school, I put the switch on my dad and started rooting for the Bucks. But
How dare you?
I know,
How
man.
dare
I
you?
was
I would have
young, man.
disowned you. I would have disowned your
I
ass.
didn't know any better. Trust me, it wasn't a good decision for the first few years. I'll tell you that. I was losing a
The
lot of
first
games.
2 decades.
Yeah, it was bad. No, but the Jets, though, they got a lot of good young talent.
Yeah, they got a lot of good
Give
young
them
talent.
that.
Boy, I'll be over there plucking. I'll be ready to pluck some of that stuff up off them. You know what I'm saying? Give me your receiver number 17.
I'm good, bro.
Give me
I mean,
some of them linebackers you got going on over there.
that
Hell,
D
give me
line,
the cornerback.
They got a lot, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. They messed up. That's what I don't blame them for firing the coach and all. How can you not win for that?
It was a lot of mismanagement and a lot of bad luck and a lot of poor play from the expected characters.
Yeah.
It was just a perfect storm of a lot of things going wrong at the same time.
But Dre, I told you we was gonna have to see out with him. I told you.
You didn't tell me I would get injuries. You didn't tell me
I
I would
told
get.
you.
Number one,
I told you
we had
he's
the
gonna
worst
come
kicker
and
in
crash that
football, and we
whole
lost
team.
3 games because of our kicker. We lost 3 games because of our kicker.
Freezy let these guys off the hook, man, changing the subject.
In reality, we
Bro.
should be 5-5. That's still not good enough.
Coach,
But
this is what I'm
it is
saying
what
Okay.
it is.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
about Giants fans ruin the New York conversation. Bro, I told you, bro.
Man, I was sitting in the chat, minding my business, just telling some jokes. You know what I'm saying, making people laugh, and you just called me out. You knew what to do.
Me? I ain't call.
Yeah.
I said Giants fans always ruin the conversation. It don't matter what we be talking about, bro. Like we can legit be up here talking about Jay Dilla, and they'll talk about like something else. They just always like the fly in the ointment, bro. We can't even talk about how great Jay Dilla is, right? Because Giants fans will be talking about Tommy DeVito.
I care less about him too.
Bro, coach, that's a look, like we out here talking about how we beating teams by 17 points a game, and Giants fans will be talking about rim protection. For what? You winning by 17. Why are you talking about rim protection?
I didn't mention that.
When you know you have 2 bigs out. It don't make sense.
I don't mute myself. If that's the case.
It don't make it's like we letting people score at the rim, even though we're the 11th best team in the league with 2 of our bigs out. We still almost a top 10 team in doing it. Almost top 10 in doing it with 2 of our bigs out, and we still out in here talking about no, we can't be almost top 10. We got to almost be top 1. Coach, I don't get it, Coach. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I need to. Where's Alawaz at? I'm gonna call Alawaz.
You know, we're 7-2 with 1 day off.
I think a lot of it is just how it looks.
I know
It's
any of these
literally just
stats are
how it
crazy.
looks.
Like the thing is, even when you go in and people complain what they complain about, and you show them the proof that it ain't what they're complaining about, they'll still twist it around, and then they'll move the field, they'll move the goalpost back further, and bring up something that happened in one playoff game last year, or one time I saw Julius Randle flip a laptop, so he's toxic.
So we got to trade him out the country.
Yeah,
because he flipped.
like all these things, like they see one thing, they found a couple of things that they think is some trend that they found that no one else knows. The hell out of here.
They smarter than everybody else. Like knowing Mitch is hurt, knowing Precious is hurt, knowing your bigs are young behind Cat, Sims is young, Porty is young, man. Knowing all of this stuff, and still be like, nah, we need to start Huck Porty next to Cat.
We should have been under, like, here's the thing. We could have done what Cleveland did, and y'all would have made the complaint I made for you. You would have went in and been like, oh, we only won 2 teams in the record. That's what y'all would have said. Just what I said about Cleveland. They only beat 2 teams with a winning record during their run of beating everybody. There was only 2 teams with a winning record. Y'all would have made that complaint about the Knicks if we did what they did. Y'all would have said those same kind of people that are complaining now are the ones that would say, "Oh, we only beat 2 teams
I think if the
Just like the ones that say
Giants were any good right now, they'd feel good about the Knicks. But since the Giants suck, they're like, yo, Giants fans can't have good things. They can't have nice things, bro.
When was our defense our bread and butter? Honestly, when is our defense ever? Tell me when the Knicks were number one in defense in the league.
Our bread and butter is rebounding. That's our true calling card.
Yeah.
In terms of being,
yeah.
But
When
outside
were
of
the
that,
Knicks number one in defense? Tell me that. When were we in top 2 or 3 in defense?
We've had really good defenses. We've never had. I'll put it this way: we've never had a defense as good as this offense.
No,
Never.
no.
We had defenses that were maybe been top 5, but our offense was
Under Tibbs,
bottom 5.
Under Tibbs, nah.
Yeah.
The closest we got was 7. The year we signed Jalen Brunson, he was in Dallas. I think they had him and Luka were on the 4th ranked defense. I think it was. And we were like ranked 7th or something, tied for 7th with like 2 other teams or something weird.
That just shows that defense is a team. It's a team.
That was a COVID year too, by the way, everybody. Yeah. So that might have been a fluke.
So a team that Jalen Brunson was on was the 4th ranked defense. Right. Stop blaming him.
With Luka on it.
With Luka, who don't play no defense either.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's about scheme and a team having the chemistry and the communication to play that scheme to the best of its ability. Because that's what defense is about. Yeah, defense, because all of our, even Brunson and Cat.
Also, Coach, but one more thing. One thing you forgot was more important than anything, effort, too.
You don't think our guys are giving effort?
Ooh. I didn't go against. I was just adding to your point.
Yeah, you're right. And that's something I think we're given. Now, when we're shooting the lights out and we're beating the brakes off a team and scoring the way we are, do sometimes we have
they're coming to
a little less oomph on a defensive trip because we're up by 20. Come on, you know what happens. You probably shouldn't let off the gas a little bit, but subconsciously it happens.
Right.
You're like, God, man, I can get a shot at it every time down the court. Let me just, Royce O'Neal ain't making that 3. Right. And he makes it. Or defense sucks. Right. It's like, come on, guys.
When Jalen Brunson saw Nurkic line up for 3 and he didn't run out there, and Knicks fans were like, see, he was wide open. Bro, the man shoot 27% from 3. You gonna send your point guard out, man, if you don't get back and rebound. And he hit like 3 out of 4. And it kept them in the game. Man, Jalen Brunson.
And you know what's funny?
All the time.
The fake fantasy comeback that everyone was getting upset about last night. They never got within 12. Like under 12.
Right.
It went to 12 or 11 once.
It got to 11 and we went on like a 9-0 run.
Yeah, because that's what we do right now.
Right.
We're like, oh, you think you're coming back? Bam.
But Coach, here's the thing. So how many games in a row have the Knicks won? 4?
4.
So what happens?
4. So what happens? 6 out of our last 8 as well.
So what happens when the Knicks blow out the Utah Jazz Saturday night?
Oh, we're supposed to do that. Utah sucks.
But that would be 5 in a row, though, right? And so that would be 7 out of 9. Yep. Right. So that means going into the Denver game, we would have won 7 out of the last 9 games if it happened like that, right? So what happens if we beat Denver? That means we would have won 6 in a row and 8 out of 10 with the same team. No rim protection, like people say. And then what do we say? I'm trying to figure out what the narratives are going to be from day to day because this one narrative is getting old.
I don't know, man. It's the people that are so like Mitch is the savior mindset, there's nothing you can say to them. You're better off talking to this microphone, getting them to change their mind. Because there's nothing. They're so hard. Their heart is so dead set on that. They don't think about that. If Mitch is in the start lineup, we're not going to score as well. The offense isn't going to be as good. So, like I said, okay, so now we might win 118 to 107 instead of 130 to 115.
Right.
I mean, there's no difference. I mean, see, Ivy, that's a first smart thing about Mitch you said. At least you're not in the mindset that you're moving Cat to the 4 so Mitch can start.
Right.
The people that are in that camp, go back and learn basketball.
Yeah. Hey, so Ivory 10 Ivory 10 brought up Mitch first. Ivory 10 was on social media saying that we always bring up Mitch's name. We don't, bro. I tell everybody on this panel that when I talk to him on the phone, I'm like, bro, it would make my day if we can get through one day without talking about Mitchell Robinson, bro.
Yeah.
That man won't be back till the King holiday. And we acting like this dude is gonna come back like the Jordan flu game.
We're not gonna win. We're not gonna lose a game when he comes back, Freezy.
Oh God.
You didn't know that?
Mitch is just to throw a jab at Ivory 10. Ivory 10, Mitchell Robinson has already played his last game as a Knick. So soon as that man get healthy, bro, as soon as he passes his physical, they're gonna trade that man to Portland. Mitchell Robinson gonna be the 6th big man in Portland, bro.
Here we go. Ivory's saying, look how good our defense looked the last 4 years. Yeah, look how bad our offense was.
Right. Yo, it's crazy. They go, man, as soon as Mitch get this is everybody else close your ears. This is not for y'all. Right? For the other 70 or so people watching, and if you're watching this on replay, y'all close your ears. Right? This is just for Ivory 10. Ivory 10, they are gonna trade Mitch to the Washington Wizards so fast for Corey Kispert, bro. It's gonna make your head, it's gonna be like The Exorcist, bro. Mitch gonna look weird out there with them Washington Wizards uniforms on, the New World Order uniforms on. Wiz is in the building. Salute. Yo, Wiz said we're gonna trade Mitch for Trey Man. Maybe. But coach, that's what I'm. Giants fans will ruin a sports conversation in a heartbeat. Because they don't have nothing to root for, so they ruin all the other New York sports conversations.
The thing is, what's funny is, at least Wiz, who's the leader of the Deuce Hive, at least he's realistic, and not saying, "Oh, if we had Deuce, we'd be doing this and doing that."
Bro, you ain't seen Wiz on Saturdays on Know the Ledge. Like once he gets on that curry powder, it's over.
Yeah, Wiz do get in this bag, bro. Wiz, that bag that you get in, what's in there, bro? What's in that bag that you be getting? Wiz be getting it. Wiz be coming out of that bag looking like a powdered donut.
It's some curry goat
looking
jerky.
like a cinnamon donut.
Looking like a cinnamon donut. Yeah.
Goat jerky.
Yeah, man. And keeping it in a stack. I just want to respectfully salute to all the Yankees fans in the building, all the Mets fans in the building, all the Brooklyn Nets fans in the building. They still New York. The Islanders fans, the Rangers fans, the Devils fans, Syracuse, the Liberty, the New Jersey Devils, all the New York area teams, man. I want to show them mad love and respect. So the Buffalo Bills, everybody that represent the, you know what I'm saying, the state of New York and everything. Who else? St. John's and everybody else who represent the state of New York, man. Don't be like them hating ass Giants fans. Don't be like the salute to the Fordham Rams. Salute to the Manhattan Jaspers. Don't be like them hating ass Giants fans that ruin everybody's conversation because they mad because the Giants is trash. Salute. I even salute. I'm a Mets fan and I'm saluting Yankees fans. Giants fans show up and they be mad at the Giants, and then so they'll say something crazy like the Knicks need rim protection, knowing the Knicks, all the Knicks big men hurt except for Cat. And Wiz says if we had Deuce, we are winning the championship. And oh wow, okay,
Wiz, the first round is still 7-game series,
all right.
not 5.
I told you he just started hitting that Curry.
Right. Coach, what else you got, man? I'm gonna roll out, man, so I can get ready to. This last day of the week, man. Get on these phones.
It's Friday.
I just feel
And
like
you ain't got no job.
Right.
I just feel like I wasted 2 hours just spitting facts about something, and someone that people ain't still gonna have the same complaints when we're 26-8.
Right.
They're still gonna have the same complaints.
Cat might be league MVP, bro.
If that happens, I will fall off my steps.
He averaged 4.5 offensive boards. You keep saying 6.5 every time you're on here for the last 3 weeks of the season.
6.5
keep saying this stat. That's not true.
That might never had been done since Wilt. 6.5.
6.5 offensive.
That's a Wilt Chamberlain stat.
1.2. So what? When you're shooting as well as we are, you don't need offensive boards because there aren't as many.
Would Mitch be helpful and impactful? Yes. Do we need Mitch? Words mean things.
Bro, Steve just goes straight to the fat talk.
I would like Mitch on his team. I would 100% like Mitch.
Bro, I don't care.
But to be talking about that man like he's the missing ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula.
Yo, Mitch is the dude. I'm telling you, Mitch is the dude in the briefcase.
Jay-Z.
You ever say, what's the John Travolta movie when they open up the briefcase and it's like glowing and with Samuel L. Jackson say
Pulp Fiction.
Give him the shorty.
No, the other one.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, what did he say? Say I don't know one more time. Is that what he was saying?
Say what again?
Say what? Say what one more time. Say what again?
Bro, yeah, man. Everybody, listen, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Y'all got Coach in a tizzy. Coach is like, yo, he just want to hit you with facts, and y'all hitting Coach with hype. Yeah, man. And so I'm joking about trading Mitch because the diehard Mitch fans are so in love with Mitch that they can't understand that the Knicks are more important than one player, right?
That's a fact.
It's that we get into that sometimes where we love one player so much that we forget it's about the team.
Frank Hove,
Grimes, Hive,
Kevin Knox.
Oh yeah. The Knox at Night podcast.
Oh my
God. Oh yeah.
You know, we were so down bad. There was an Alonzo Trier Hive. You know that, right?
Yep. I remember that on Twitter.
Oh my God.
On Twitter. Yeah, I remember that on Twitter. Me and Free Keith. We was defending me and Free Keith back to back fighting trolls every day about that. Like, give Damian Dotson some run. Dotson trash.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damian Dotson got to the league at 27 years old.
And retired at 29. Yes. In 2 of those years, he was injured. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, and rocking with us. Coach, you got anything coming up? Anybody got anything coming up we should put out there?
Man, I'm thinking about. I kind of want to wait for everyone to come back healthy. I'm gonna record a new joint about the team so far, all that stuff. So I'm probably gonna work on that here pretty soon.
Yo, I don't have no bars. Like I'm not a spitter, but I'll play the hell out some damn spoons.
Oh, man.
I'll play the hell out some spoons, bro.
Oh, what you said? You said you played the hell out of a washboard?
I had played the hell out of the damn washboard with one of them things you take off the soda can. You know what I'm talking about?
You don't know?
They take
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
If
man.
y'all don't know anything, that's a shout out to Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, man. Coach said he gonna wait until everybody get back healthy. Coach, I hope we have everybody healthy for an extended amount of time. You know, it's a long season, bro. And so
marathon.
One dude get healthy, another one leave, another dude get healthy, another one leave. And so we just hope at the end of the season, you know, we just go into the playoffs at about 85%. If we go in the playoffs about 85% health, we're gonna win it. Our 85% versus everybody else 85%. I think we'll win it. But if we go in there anything less than 80%, I think we'll just be talking it up for next year. So and so, hey, everybody, I put a bug in real quick before we get out of here. I was telling Coach Malpica the other day how the Beatles are overrated, right? I was trying to tell him how the Beatles are so overrated. Their musicianship is above average. Their singing is slightly above terrible. And Coach tried to argue me down that the Beatles are great. And Coach, you ain't got to say nothing to him, man. We're going to get out of here, y'all. Maybe we'll have that conversation on another day. Peace, everybody.